Hey, what's up, Anime Real Talk TV? Ziploc Gory back here again. Always good to be here on Anime Real Talk TV. And just wanted to give my first impressions on a video game, upcoming fighting game. So I'm gonna try not to make this video too long for you guys. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. But I just wanted to give my first impressions on Dead or Alive 5. The trailer has been out for a while now, and I want to talk about it here on Anime Real Talk TV. So let's get right into it. Let's face it, the fighting game franchise, the fighting game genre, I should say, is definitely back. I mean, we've got a lot of announced fighting games coming out. We got Street Fighter X Tekken coming out. We got the new King of Fighters, which just released a couple of weeks ago, which I'm currently working on beating, and I'm gonna do a review on that here on this channel. We have the new Soul Calibur game coming out. Persona is getting a fighting game. There are a lot of fighting games coming out right now, and which is good because a lot of people for a while, like in the early 2000s and things like that, a lot of people thought that the fighting game genre was dead. Also, I want to talk about the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I do want to talk about that. That's a video I do want to put on here because I do plan on purchasing that game because it's going to be cheaper. And I know I talked about before that I wasn't going to get the game, but I do want to get it because there's a lot of features that they have added with the game. So I will be talking about that. But not to get off topic, let's get back on Dead or Alive 5. First impressions. Like I said, it's coming out next year. I don't know the release date. It's just gonna be coming out next year. So far the characters that they have in here are Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden franchise, Hayate, Ayane, and Hitome. Now when I first saw the trailer, I was really surprised because one of the major developers for Team Ninja, I think he was either fired or he either fired or he quit, something like that. And he was like a major developer in the game. Like he was really like a center piece for making this game. And now that he was gone, I was afraid that the franchise was just going to dwindle into obscurity. And let's face it, the Dead or Alive franchise has been really famous for one thing, and that's perversions. I mean, it's not really known for its characters, its male characters. It's known for its female characters, and this game is really focused on the perversion of the female characters. I mean, hell, they even came out with the volleyball game for this fighting game franchise, like beach volleyball or something like that it was called. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it was basically a game that was aimed towards the male demographic, and really the characters weren't all that unique. I mean, they were okay, they were subpar at best, but they really weren't that unique. And the male characters that were in the game were kind of pointless. Besides Hayate, they had characters like Jin. I mean, they had some pretty decent male characters, but they were just kind of stereotypical. I mean, those type of characters you see in other fighting games like Street Fighter, you know, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and other fighting game franchises that are out there. And that's one thing that I do hope that this series does, is that they expand on creating more unique characters. And the same thing with the story, because the story for fighting games are usually so straightforward. It's usually a tournament, and you know, they gotta all come together to fight this one bad guy who's, you know, like head over the tournament or something like that. Fighting game franchises storylines are really not that extravagant, at least so far. One of the things I find interesting about this game is that the developer said that Dead or Alive's gameplay is going to be described as fighting entertainment. The development team isn't trying to design this to be like a hardcore fighting game. They just want it to be more of a game that's going to be focusing on dynamic attractions, like instead of breakable walls or exploding floors, now the battles will now include cinematic cutscenes like we saw in the trailer, which may end up changing the entire environment of the fighters. So that's one thing that I have always liked about the fighting game franchises, is that when it evolved from just being side to side and 2D to like 3 dimensional, they did add features like interactive backgrounds. You can throw characters off stuff. Tekken and Soul Calibur, I would say, kind of ushered that in, especially when it got to like the PS2 era and things of that nature. They really ushered that in. They really ushered that type of stuff into fighting games, which is cool. And other fighting game franchises have done that, like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. I think they said another new gameplay element is the power blow technique. According to what I'm reading here, the attacks will push back your enemy. So I mean, that doesn't really sound like much, but I'm guessing it's gonna be like a very powerful blow. I'm wondering if they're gonna have blocks and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they will, because every fighting game has a character that can block, and things of that nature. But you know, I hope that they do expand their characters, story and their backgrounds more, flesh the characters out more, because I think this franchise can become something more than just TNA. I think this franchise can evolve beyond just being aimed at one demographic. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna leave this video off. I mean, the gameplay looks great. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'm pretty sure there will be a link in this video that you guys can check out. And I'm pretty sure the trailer will be playing in the background in back of me. Check it out. Check the link out. And tell me what you guys think about the new Dead or Alive. Do you like the Dead or Alive franchise? Do you think it's lame? Do you think that the game has a good future, or do you think it's just another brick in the wall? So with that being said, bloody days, gory nights, Anime Real Talk TV. I will catch you guys next time. Peace, one love. I am out.